Hello guys, welcome to this one another series on AngularJS. This is just I know there are so many tutorials out there, but still the thing is I just want to record this because there were some requests from my fellow teammates, like they want to hear it from me. What does AngularJS? So I'm just recording it uh, for them and for the people who might. Actually, when I started to work on the web development, initially I was trying to develop a wedding website for one of my friends, which I developed using Bootstrap and underscore JS. Bootstrap I used as a CSS framework, whereas underscore JS I used for templating. So when I click on this to manage better, to manage, for example, this website has the home page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it has 8 pages around. So to manage 8 pages, it was very difficult for me just to play only with HTML. I want this specific our story.html to be in a separate file. I don't want to repeat the header portion in every HTML file. That is a painful part for me when I was trying to develop this website. But somehow I tried to manage, and I was done with the underscore JS with the templating portion. So you can just find this repo and you can see the demo of the website in the specific URL. This is what the website is, and she's my friend, and you can just see their big day, their invitation over there, and the photo section which I try to integrate, and the command section, and a map how they can reach to the wedding hall, and a request a song section, a form which I developed using PHP. As I hosted this in GitHub now, this particular portion doesn't work, and the FAQ section. Sorry, 1 minute. So this is the website which I developed with my friend, but still I felt that the coding, the JavaScript code which I wrote can be improved, or it can be done in a better way. So I was looking for a framework which can help me to write a better code in terms of organizing the files and structures. That's where I ended up using Angular. Ended up knowing about Angular first of all, not used Angular. Ended up knowing about Angular, but it was quite difficult for me to get started with Angular because the syntax and the notation and the expressions are different from the other JavaScript framework, not like jQuery. It is a bit different from everything else. So I took some time to understand what is Angular. So I thought it will be better for me to create a video on top of it so that it will be easy for me to remember this, and moreover for the followers who's trying to know about Angular, it will be easier for them. I'll just tell you the one website which I developed end-to-end using Angular and Node.js, our citizen Angular website. So I just hosted this in the Heroku platform. So this is the website. Actually, this is the source code of it. I'll show you the website link. So this is the website link of the City Runners website, and I deployed in the Heroku platform. The backend is powered using the Node.js, and the front end I use CSS framework and Angular as the front end. So this is the website which I developed, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages totally. So if I'll update this URL once, 1 minute. I think it has a wrong URL. Okay, so this is the demo URL, and it is developed in AngularJS and hosted in Heroku, and it's powered by Node.js backend. So you can just give an enroll. You can see the upcoming events which I done using web scraping, and I just used Angular tables in this results. So I use the tables and filter in this. So I included here a gallery and used a routing as well in this. Okay, forget about all this. But if I want to get started with a small AngularJS application, how can I do that? So, okay, sorry, 1 minute. Sorry guys. So I wrote the post, so you can go to my blog trinankars.com, and in that I just explain what is Angular. It's a JavaScript framework, just to make your maintain and make your code even better and make the developer job easier, and it bundled with list of core features from Angular, and I just mentioned this in diagram. And why AngularJS, you can just read the description. I'll just straight away go to the getting started section. I'll go to the code here. I'll just include the HTML tag. So I'll just type temp, and I'm just gonna call this as a boolean. Okay, and I want to include the script tag. So first we'll go to the Angular website. So you can just go to the Angular website. Okay, AngularJS org. Once you gone there, AngularJS now have two versions, major versions. One is 1, one is 2. This is powered by ECMAScript 5 and this is powered by ECMAScript 6. Both are different. So I want to develop only on AngularJS 1 and I want a previous version, I don't want to use 1.5. So I'm just giving previous versions and I want to use 1.4.7. So I'm just going to 1.4.7. In this, we have so many: animate, area, cookies, loader, message, resources, animate. We have so many things, but I am interested only in the minification or unminified one. So for my case, I just prefer minification file, and I'll go here. Okay, I'll go. A script tag should be included in the bottom of the file, so I'll just include src tag for this, and I'll include this file as it is. Okay, let us go here. Let us try to run our application now in the browser. Okay, let us try to run in the browser. Okay, let us check by pressing F12 whether the file got downloaded. We have any errors in this? So I want to check that first of all. So let us refresh the application once again. So if you see this, it's got downloaded, so quite fine. So it is working. So the next thing which you need to know about Angular is you need to include you need to bootstrap the app. Okay, what are the name which you given should match with the app name which you're gonna define. So it will not work now if you give ng app boot app. It will not work now. It will throw an error message. So let us see what error message it's gonna throw. So once you given this here, if you go to the console, it will say model error, injects failed. Let us go here. Let us try to include one more script tag. We'll try to bootstrap the Angular model. Okay, Angular. I want to include Angular model. Okay, so I want to define a model name. So this is our main model name. So I'm just defining it. I don't want to inject any model as of now. So I'm just giving refresh and check in. So I didn't get any error, but I didn't get anything here as well. So go here. You can just see this here. Whatever that I explained here, you can just get to know about what is 1.6, 2.6, the link where you can download all the previous version. Or if you want to use just like me 1.4.7 AngularJS, you can use this. If you want a minification, you can mention minification as well. So the first step, you have to include this in your script tag in the bottom. So this is the first step. Okay, so next step is you have to include this model in your script tag here. So the next thing is you have to include this in your ng app boot app. So whatever the name which you define in this, whatever the name which you define here, whatever you define here, this should match. So next thing, I want to put up some content inside this. So I'm just going here inside the body. I'm just trying to put some code inside this. So nothing I mentioned. I just given a div inside that. I given a h1 tag inside that. I given a text. Okay, input type text, and I given a name here, username, and the ng model I given username. Okay, then the ng model name which you given here, and we define one more here because we want to prove the data binding. So I want one paragraph, for example. You can consider this as a paragraph or something. Okay, so we have one paragraph, we have an h1 tag, we have an input tag. Whatever I type in input tag, I want that to be updated my paragraph. Okay, so let us see how it's gonna work. Here you can just see the complete code. You can copy paste the whole code as it is if you want to. Okay, you can copy paste the whole code if you want to, and you can just refresh the application now. Okay, now if you type whatever that you're gonna type, it will be reflected automatically in your paragraph tag. So this is what data binding is all about, the two-way data binding. and now we able to check that our Angular works perfectly. Either you can include this in our serial link, or either you can download this, or you can input it in your JS file like this, or else you can just use it in any way like this. So I can refresh this once again. You can just type something like this, so it will work just fine. So you can go to my website as well. I have included a demo portion here, so you can just access this too if you want to. So this is the power of ghost. It's cool. So that's it. So just to recap, so you can just know what is AngularJS. AngularJS is JavaScript framework, and it helps developers to write the code in a structured way and provide the other core features as well. It has views templates, it has the scope, which is the glue between view and controller, and it has directives, various directives like ng app, ng model, like that. Those are the directives. And you can define your controller, you can define your view model, data binding, which we see now. You can write a services, factories, which will invoke the backend services. You can have models, which we seen. So this is a model, okay. Everything is a model, so you can modelize the application. You can have routings. So for routing, you have to include the routing.js, like angular.js. There is no angular root.js. You have to include that. You can have filters as well, and you can have validators, providers, and you can do a dependence injection. For example, if you want to inject some model, you can inject it into the array, and you can write expressions. Okay, so these are some of the features of Angular, and you can download it from the Angular website, and like this. You can just go to this code AngularJS org. You can download the previous version, or you can download Angular 2, or you can work. But to work with Angular 2, you need a Babel compiler, okay, which will convert the ECMAScript 6, whatever the syntax which you wrote in ECMAScript 6, it will convert to ECMAScript 5 syntax, and it will try to run it. So usage, first you include this script tag in your file. Either you can include like this, or you can include like this. And next thing is you have to include this specific snippet. And the third thing is you have to include this body ng app. You can either include this ng app here, or some people prefer to embed it here as well. You can include it anywhere in this, and I put the complete code here. I put the demo here. You can just get to know about this. And in the forthcoming sessions, we'll see how to include that, how to do a templating using AngularJS, how to add a routing, and I also thought of covering how to develop an enterprise web app using AngularJS, because so many people using it like a small applications, folder structure and directory structure. So we will try to cover how to maintain a directory structure for bigger applications in the forthcoming sessions. I hope this session is useful and it helps somebody, and keep helping, keep inspiring people, and have big giant dreams. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you liked what I spoke, and if you have any comments, just leave it, and thanks for watching. See you. Bye bye.